And now we go to general content. For general content, we have 2 points. What do we judge in general content? Transitions, link, partnerships, collaboration, and acrobatic elements. These are the movements which we would like to judge in artistic. We don't have the same. We have G for transition. We use G for transition and link movements or a block of movements. And we will use C, you will use as artistic judge, C for each collaboration with physical contact. From lips, now we don't have value for the lips. We have collaborations and we have a requirement. Collaborations, that's why we do artistic after the chair of judges panel. Me and Svetlana, we consider after the chair, we can go to artistry because tomorrow difficulty and executions are more linked and artistry is linked now to chair of judges panel. So each collaboration has to have physical contact. So the gymnasts need a help from another gymnast or 2 or 5 or 3 in group, doesn't matter. So they need this support. That means physical contact, and this is a collaboration. We have partnerships. Partnerships, they look to each other, they touch each other on the floor with a feet on the floor, both of them or 3 or 4. This will be partnerships. But collaboration, what we want to see and to judge, it is with physical contact, lifted from the floor. But we don't say a lift, we say collaboration. When a movement is complex, when many body parts are involved and requires coordination, of course, these movements need technical ability and physical capacity, physical preparation. Remember, it has to be dynamic, it has to be unpredictable, and to have fluidity. Our routines from the beginning to the end, we want to see them, all the movements with fluidity, with agility. So in general content, for complexity and variety, with 1 point, we want to see this kind of movements, complex movements. Excellent routines must show different types of movements, different actions, form, physical capacity in transitions and linking. The same in partnership and collaborations. And we have examples with the same get off collaboration, get out of the collaboration. So we want to see different actions in transitions, in linking, not roles. General content have to be meaningful. It has to fit with the music, and we would like to see unique movements inside the routine. We used to ask them for G+. Everybody understood if they do roll, handstand, and another roll, it will be G+. It was not what the TC, it was not the direction which we wanted. So now we ask them this G, it doesn't need to be long, but many interesting movements spread out the routine. This will be in general content, complexity and variety, under complexity and variety. So it will highlight the performance, and this will do a piece of art, what we would like to see on stage. Connection from one movement to another. It has to be smooth, fluent, and without unnecessary poses. Our aerobic gymnastics is a different discipline. We don't have to stay like artistic, even they don't stay now in the corner to wait and to go through the tumbling. So without unnecessary poses in between movements. We have now examples for general content with variety and fluidity. Now in mixed pair, it's a big advantage. They work as a pair. Beautiful partnerships. And variety in using them. Now is the theme. We ask them for theme or style. Collaboration. So different variety and fluidity in general content, using different capacities, using different exit and entry, using different movements for transitions and linking. So if you will see significantly repetitive 3-4 roles and handstand, and then again to receive variety, complexity, scale for very good and excellent, this will not be the case. You have to judge minus 0.2 in complexity and variety in general content. General content. And repetitive and similar, for example, in this clip, you can see so similar forms. Same transitions, repetitive. Collaboration, the same. Collaboration again, but similar exit. So you can see these are deviations from excellent or very good general content. Oops. No, next. Okay. Complexity variety, you will judge 1 point for this criteria, sub-criteria for general content. For individuals, we need complexity factor, which must be balanced, different lengths of transitions, of course, using different physical capacity for movements in transitions and linking, and no repetition of the same type of movements. When they finish one element, not the same type of standing up. For mixed pair trio group, requirements, minimum 3 collaboration with physical contact. The rest of the transitions, links, partnership must be balanced and gives the advantage to the routine. Transitions and partnerships, we already spoke about this. It can be as many as you want, and it will be wonderful to have partnerships, but collaborations, minimum 3. If they do more than 3, it is okay. No deduction to do more than 3 collaborations. In general content, the second sub-criteria is space, use of the competition area. The traveling on our space must be in all directions, forward, backward, laterally, diagonally, and circular. Especially in group, they have to cover the surface. We want to see long and short distances, but without repetition of the similar traces. Sometimes the athletes, they think it's wonderful to go from one corner to another with the same to the right, from the right to the left. They do something, transitions or link or element, and then they go again for the same traces. We don't want to see this. They have to use effective throughout the routine, the competition area, and that means the choreography will be well balanced, If they use only the corners or center, the same, this will not be excellent or very good. All area of the competition space. So we have floor work, surface work, we have airborne phase. They have to use all this area, of course, and they have to use 10 by 10 and centrum. Formation changes. When a competitors change their position in one formation, or they move into a completely different place, this is a formation change. Except the block, we want to see distances between the gymnasts, close versus far. We want to see different distances with AMP sequences. We want to see different gymnasts, not, for example, in trio or in group. If we have a group with 4 boys and 1 girl, the girl always in the middle. We would like to see, to change the spot in the formation. And we want to see AMP throughout the routine. We want to see transitions and or any other movements. The formation must be fluent, not running. The formation changes can be fluent and very beautiful. Different formations and different position of the teammates. It has to be shown during the routine. So all 3 levels, floor work, standing, airborne of the competition must be used. Movements must be placed in a balanced way in the competition space, not in centrum for elements, not the same place for the 3 collaborations. Not, for example, if they do, of course, a combination of elements, it's a combination of elements, but they have to spread out all the movements, collaboration, partnerships, elements. The movement must be placed in a balanced way. Not more than 32 counts on the floor, and here with red you can see, except the AMP block, because they will stay for AMP block 32 counts. For group, mixed pair, group, and trio, they have to do 4/8